Hi babes, how are you? If you're new, how welcome. My name is Michelle and today we're going with another reading you guys requested on Selena Gomez. Let's take a look what's going on. I want to remind you guys that my readings have no date. They are divinely guided. Everything has free will. Not everything is going to resonate with everybody. Keep in mind that the energies and roles can be reversed in between energies here today. These readings are always for your entertainment purposes only, and everything said and mentioned is alleged throughout the whole video. You're always provided with the legal disclaimers at the beginning of every video. With this said, let's move forward. Let's see what's going on with Selena Gomez. We got the Hierophant in that reverse right away. We got the Ten of Pentacles. We got the Five of Cups. We got the Queen of Swords. We got the Seven of Wands in the reverse. The Judgment card in the reverse. The Ace of Cups in the reverse. Wait. The Six of Wands. And let's see overall energy. We got the Eight of Wands. At the bottom, we got the Tower in the reverse. So we got Scorpio, Taurus energies. We got Leo, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, obviously. We got Libra. We got Aries as well. So what's going on here? I do see allegedly that some of her family or close friends are thinking that she's acting out of character allegedly. They allegedly feel like it's because of the influence or the energy of her BF allegedly here, into where she's acting more controversial and less elegant as she usually is allegedly. This is just some people, friends, thinking like that. Now allegedly right here it says that allegedly they think that she's overlooking some things with Benny. Allegedly he is very childish for her, and she likes that he's like fun and whatnot, but allegedly, as I said in my other readings before, he does damage her image. Like, it's like he acts out, and allegedly she's like in a way to perform influenced by that actions, like she could mimic them, and to where it makes her look not like her, and people question like, is this real Selena Gomez? What's going on with her? Is because allegedly, again, some actions, when you are surrounded by certain people and you and their actions are every day, you tend to mimic them, and this is something that is a human behavior. Now with the Seven of Wands and the Judgment in the reverse, I do see like people are very harsh on her with her weight. People like to bully her due to her weight, and that's very wrong. I do see that she is feeling confident for the first time in a long time. She is happy how she looks. In the past she will say it, but allegedly she didn't really feel it, and right now she's very confident in her skin. She's allegedly very confident in her body, and I feel like people are just non-stop body shaming her for no freaking reason. It's so rude, so unnecessary, because we all know she's gorgeous. So I do see as well allegedly that there's gonna be some claims and rumors allegedly that she's drinking. Allegedly people are like, oh my gosh, she is drinking, and allegedly they're gonna say, but why is she drinking if she had a I forgot what she got, like I forgot what it's called in English, like a riñón, let's see. But you know that surgery that she had with her best friend, I forgot what it's called, what she got from her best friend at the time. But allegedly, like, people are gonna say, she's drinking, and it's like a little wine, but allegedly people be like, oh, she shouldn't be drinking at all because she got this transplant. And there is a wave of hate again allegedly towards her due to these images, these photos, these claims, and they're gonna try to bring Francesca, whatever her name is, I forgot, to be honest, that best friend, allegedly to comment into that. And I do see like either or she makes no comments, or she makes an action that people bring into drama. So I do feel allegedly that this wine or so is given to her by allegedly her current man, and he's like, oh, it's not gonna hurt. So allegedly he's not the best influence for her, and allegedly this is what the closest friends or families are starting to see, that allegedly they may be talking to her about it, or allegedly about to tell her, but allegedly this is what's happening or will be happening very soon. With the Eight of Wands right here, I do see a lot of like TVs or shows talking about it, like, a lot of like conversations about like, oh my gosh, is she drinking, da 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 da. So I do see, sadly for her, this is like a wave of like some sort of drama coming to her again. Allegedly, yes, a lot of people are saying that, oh, she's drinking. Allegedly, she's gonna be accused of drinking, or that she allegedly is not taking care of her transplant the way she should. So I do see like this is like something that happens, and it happens in like a birthday party, or happens in a friend's gathering or family gathering, and they take a photo, and allegedly they will see her holding it or nearby her, and they're gonna assume it, and they're gonna say, oh my gosh, she's drinking whiskey, or she's drinking this, allegedly. So again, I don't see her saying anything at the moment, because I do feel like she is not as hands-on in social media, but allegedly this is just rumors and claims, and her silence, it's not that she's wanting to stay silent. She was doing some things, like working and all that she hasn't been able to either or take a look at it, because allegedly her IG is not just her PR team, it's really her. So allegedly whenever she sees and gets to it, she will address everything. But I do see like people allegedly are gonna say, I don't like her attitude. So I do feel like people expect her to act like she is Disney Channel, like she's an adult. She can get angry. She's human. Allegedly, people are too much, and people are human, and they're allowed to feel and react, right? So you can't criticize somebody and talk about somebody and not expect them to react, right? And that's an expectation. We'll get back to reality, because it doesn't work like that. So I do feel like people forget that Selena Gomez is not a product. Selena Gomez is not a Disney Channel only. She is indeed a human being, and people are gonna get allegedly upset by the way she's gonna react or act on it in that matter. And I do see that allegedly he is going to defend her. Benny is going to defend her allegedly, but the way he defends her, it just throws more mud, because allegedly people are gonna say, well, you can't come and say nothing because you threw shade at Jollibee. Like, remember that mukbang and that reaction that he did with that fast food brand allegedly is brought up again, and it's like, oh, we cannot expect that nothing from him because the way he reacted to that. So I do feel like this is indeed very, very upsetting towards the people, getting people very upset, such as like fans and people like that. And even when he tries to step in, it just throws more mud. I do see that allegedly she starts losing some sort of followers. Of course, it's not going to affect her in any way, shape, or form, honestly, but she does start losing some followers because of how she reacted. And allegedly here, the PR team talks to her, and it's like, oh, we got to fix this, and they're gonna say, we miss the old Selena and whatnot. It's like, who is this person, So allegedly people are gonna start saying that. Again, this is just people, not me. People saying that whenever that happens. Then she's gonna allegedly deny the drinking, right, and clarify that was tea, like either or allegedly iced tea or some sort of drink that looked like apple juice, I don't know, but she's gonna allegedly clarify. She's gonna say, sorry for my reaction, I shouldn't have never reacted like that, I want to clarify this. And she's gonna actually thank her friend, the one that gave her the transplant, and then she's gonna say, this is not drinking, this is not allegedly an alcohol drink, this alcoholic drink or whatever is just, again, juice or something like that. Into where allegedly people don't buy that, and then allegedly she admits that it was that it looks like wine, that could be a little bit of wine or something like that, or even cider. But I do feel like it doesn't do much. And allegedly she's like, I was having fun with my family and friends, and I wasn't thinking, or it wasn't much. So it's like different excuses that she's gonna give allegedly, because again, people are just not having it whatsoever. And by the fact that I'm hearing this ambulance, I do feel like the hate and the pressure from people towards her are going to be very intense. It's like people already were looking for a reason to dislike her, and the fact that allegedly people think they have something, it's like they're not gonna drop it. It's gonna go on TikTok, viral on TikTok, on IG and Twitter, and allegedly a lot of other places too. TMZ allegedly may make an article on that, if not somebody like TMZ, allegedly. And it's like very hard to sweep under the rug. It's gonna be very hard to get off. So I do see her getting herself in some sort of drama. I do feel like people are too much, honestly, but at the end of the day, I feel like that's allegedly what could be happening to her. I do feel like she's gonna be put in a difficult position with the Hangman in reverse, something that she has never been into. Even when people thought she was getting hate, this is gonna be intense. And again, allegedly people are going to comment on her boyfriend, like, oh, he's not good for her if he's allegedly letting her or telling her it's not a big deal if he's not taking care of her. So I do see, like, again, he is allegedly not a good influence on her right away, and people are going to pretty much add to that, like saying like, oh, she's too good for him, he shouldn't be with her, allegedly. So yes, that's what happens. Anything else for Selena Gomez? She will have to decide and find a way to work things out and try to fix this. I do see, like, allegedly she's gonna have to tell him not to try to fix things for her because he's allegedly making it worse. I do see her being anxious and worried because, again, this gets intense into where she will indeed have to take some time off or take off or like turn off her comments, allegedly. And I do feel like she will have to take time to pretty much fix the image issue and the reputation issue, allegedly, because people allegedly are saying like, why would you do that if they give you a transplant? I do feel like she's gonna feel very, very like stressed, as I said before, anxious. She wouldn't know what to do, and this is very, very unfair to people act like that too. And again, there's also hate towards her relationship because allegedly people saying that he is encouraging her to allegedly not take care of herself. So I mean, this is drama that is still like yet to be balanced. I do feel like his TikTok comments are gonna get either or filtered, or at the end of the day everything's gonna have like a bully filter because people are going at it. And again, it's not gonna go away, it's not gonna be put under the rug, and she allegedly eventually will have to make some you know, like go on a live or so and clarify some things, because I feel like the world is waiting and the world will be looking and waiting for an answer into where I don't know how she's gonna make it go away, allegedly. Here I do feel like in a way shape or form it's like misfortune and bad luck, into where people are just mad at her, and she will indeed have to be honest with people and again face the consequences. And even if it's hard to just admit what she's done and say that she's gonna do better, I do feel like she's gonna allegedly admit something and then eventually she's like, but you know, I'm moving past that, moving forward, I'm gonna do better. And I do think she does too, at least more careful what she posts. But I do feel like allegedly this photo is not even posted by her. Maybe somebody else posted for her or posted it and tag her, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, when you post a photo and you can tag somebody on IG. But I do feel like she was not aware allegedly of that photo being out there, or that video or something, but it's something like that. So I do feel like she's gonna be in a very difficult storm situation that she still needs to handle. Like at this point I feel like she goes quiet and eventually it's still like that because people are just not having it, allegedly. Let me finalize the reading today with the astrological dices. How does he end? It's still like on the air because I feel like no matter what she does, it's going to be looked bad. So allegedly all she could do is apologize and promise not to do it again. That is the only thing that I could see that she could do, you know. But you know how people are just vicious. So at this point, I don't know. But either way, let's finalize the reading today with the astrological dices. We're gonna go with the planets today. We have, if I'm not mistaken, Jupiter. Okay, Jupiter. Let's see what Jupiter has for this reading today. Let's see where it goes. It says, pertaining to luck, good fortune, what propels you forward, monetary values, prosperous events. So at least her brand looks good. It's just people mad at her allegedly. It's gone with the zodiac sign. It says the emotional side. So we're gonna go with Virgo, and it says taking on too much, isolation, overly rational, anxious, focusing too much on details, overly organized, and overwhelmed. And finally, we're gonna go with houses. The houses represents the area of life, and we got the 11th house for Selena Gomez today. Represents protection and good moments, lucky, gifts, connection with people, sharing bounty, personality. I do feel like she needs to work on herself and don't let her man like take over, honestly. But either way, I hope you guys liked it. This is the end of the reading. If you didn't, oh well, I'll be okay. I also want to invite you to not only like and subscribe to my channel, but also to follow me outside of my YouTube. You can follow me on IG, you can follow me on Facebook. I'm on Spotify, Twitch, Discord, TikTok. I'm on this new app called Thriller. I also offer personal readings. All the links for everything's going to be in the description box below, and also I'm going to have my Facebook link on my comment section. So with this said, thank you so much and have an amazing day.